All right, hello. This is update number 3. Let's go with. So today is hold on, April 19th. Should have checked that beforehand. Anyways, today's April 19th, and just last night I actually sat down and was working on the sponsorship proposal, the sponsorship pitch actually. So I went through, figured out kind of what would be included in that, and I drafted the very first email to a sponsor I'm connected with and really know very well, use their service all the time. I sent that out last night, and just to see if they were interested, and immediately got a response. And so we're going to set up a call here very soon to go over the details, what that kind of looks like. No commitments yet, so not necessarily moving forward. We haven't even talked price or anything like that yet. But I'm very excited because this is the first step in actually making sure this show happens, making sure this show is real, and making sure we can have the production quality that I think we can really do, that I think can make this show amazing. So I'm excited. I'm going to be trying to schedule that call here either this or later today, or for sure by the end of the week. It is Wednesday right now, so we still have a couple days yet to try and knock that all out, and it would be great. It'd be a huge relief for me if we can actually lock in that very first sponsor. So let's talk a little bit about what that proposal actually looks like. Hopefully my arm doesn't get too tired because I just decided to quickly shoot this video for you. So basically, we're just starting, so I have no numbers at all that I can send them in terms of CPM. So CPM is cost per mille, I can never say it right, but essentially that's 1,000 listeners, cost per 1,000 listeners of your show. It's kind of a standard ad rate. It's something that radio industry is used to, lots of industries are used to, and that's kind of the standard for podcasting as well. Kind of a standard rate for an audio podcast, which is something I am familiar with. We don't do a lot of sponsorships with people. I've never had a specific sponsor for my show, any of my shows personally, the ones that I completely host, but several of our clients, we are the behind the scenes people, we are the connector. We're the ones that have negotiated a lot of those sponsorships. Kind of a standard rate for a 60-second mid-roll ad is around $25 per CPM, or cost CPM. So that's pretty standard. But the challenges with this is, one, we have a limited market. So we're not going to be getting hundreds of thousands of listeners. Madison, I think, has a population of 230,000 or somewhere in that range. All right, arm's starting to shake. I am getting the gimbal tomorrow, so I'm very excited about that. That'll help improve the quality of these updates for you. So Madison is like 230,000 people. So we say 5% of that, that's around 10,000, 11,000 people to actually tune in. Once we hit those numbers, that'll be pretty awesome. We'll be doing very well. Right now, currently, we're pre-launch, so everybody who signs up right now is going to essentially be at that pre-launch CPM, so the 0 to 1,000 CPM. If they sign up, they're going to be locked in at that for however many episodes they want to pay for. So that's the way I want to approach this, is if I have somebody who wants to say, yep, I'll sponsor you the entire year, I will lock them in at that, just because I want to help pay for the cash flow of the show as much as possible up front, just because that ends up allowing you to have more freedom down the road. I don't think that's going to happen, but if it does, awesome. So, like I said, that is the normal CPM for an audio podcast. We are not doing just an audio podcast. We are doing a live stream, we are doing video, and we're doing audio. Plus, there's a few other things I'm including in the package. I am including let's see. So it's 15-second pre-roll ad, again, video, mainly, but obviously the audio will be pulled out as well. And then a 60 to 90-second closing ad as well. So this will be towards the end of the show. It won't be the last thing, but it'll be towards the end. And then a featured link in the show notes. They're going to also get placement on the website, and they're also going to get a social media broadcast that is just dedicated to their service, most likely, and that'll go across all the social media channels, so it'll be different things depending on the channel. But most likely for like say Facebook, it'll be shoot the video ad that we're going to create. So my thought for these ads is to actually go into the business, talk to some people, kind of show the behind the scenes, show the stories, talk to some customers, and then at the end we do some sort of special code so that they can identify, or a special URL so that they can identify that these people are coming from the podcast, from the show, Downtown Madison Life. So that way we can track and make sure they're getting results, because happy sponsors mean they'll keep coming back. They keep coming back. That's a win for me and for the show. So yeah, that is kind of how it's going to go. My pricing, so my ideal price, I want to actually get to a CPM of $75 very quickly. However, since we are just launching, we have if people sign up pre-launch, I'm gonna do a special discount, which would be a $50 CPM. And then on top of that, if they would like to bulk order sponsorships, because like I said, I would love to have all these filled, the sooner the better. That's just gonna help me out. So if they want to bulk order 4 or more, they're gonna get a $40 CPM. And then, like I said, these will be locked in for as many as they want to purchase. So essentially, I think ultimately I'm trying to set it up as much in the sponsor's favor as possible. So what could very likely happen is, say we launch, and that first episode, maybe that episode only gets 500 listeners. Not likely, actually. There's a good chance that we'll be able to do much more than that right out of the gate. But let's say first episode that they sponsor only gets 500 listeners. Well, the next one might get that 1,000 listeners. So ideally, normally what happens is you have to do some sort of guarantee with the pre-launch ones. I don't want to do that unless absolutely need to with the sponsor. We'll negotiate that down the road. But then, let's say episode 3, say they did a pack of 4. Episode 3, they get 2,000 listeners. Well, these sponsors, if they prepaid everything, they will be locked in at that CPM of $40. So even if we get 5,000 listeners, I'm not going to be raising it on them at all. So we could definitely be cheating the business a little bit, the show a little bit, but ultimately in the long run, I want to make sure it's a win for them. So that's the update. It's a little longer than I expected this update to go, but that's where I'm at. I am hopefully going to have that call scheduled. We have everything figured out. And just want to kind of give them an overview and then hopefully move forward with that. I'm going to be sending out more sponsorships today and kind of connecting with a few more businesses and people that I know personally and seeing if we can move forward with something. Awesome. So see you guys later.